Hey there, YouTubers. All right, keeping with my new tradition. All my new motherboards that come in, we are doing a macro view of the motherboard. I do hope that for those of you that are installing components on this, that it will help you locate certain things that maybe you weren't sure what it says. Maybe even with your reading glasses, it doesn't help you. Looking at this guide, you may need a magnifying glass to figure out certain things. Specifically, like, hey, what are these PCIe's? That's PCIe 5.0. That's only 3.0, right? But we're gonna go in and see all of this stuff up close and personal. This supplements my unboxing video where I didn't actually have a good chance to see everything. Since this camera lens was set to something different. All right, let us start in the lower left. So that is HD audio there. I didn't even talk about this guy in the unboxing video, but that is your, it's like a debug spot there. CMOS battery. And I tell you folks, I absolutely love being able to get up and close and personal like this. So COM there. TB header there. There are two case fan headers there. RGB header. The one on the right is addressable because it's missing the pin. Wherever that guy is back there. USB 2.0s, okay. Another fan header. So I think in the other video, I didn't count these up right. Well, there's at least 4 case fan headers. 2 possibly for the CPU. 1 was optional. You might be able to use that for a case header. 2 of the vertical mounted SATAs, okay. And this only has 4. Now, here's what is really helpful when you are doing installation, folks. I honestly, one video I had done this where I used my really good camera, which also can do this macro stuff. I did it 4K. Just dropped that down like that, did the installation so you guys could see it, but you can obviously read on this motherboard when you're this close what it says, right? So, when you're doing a install, and troubleshooting, out of all these connectors on here, you only need this one to power it on, right? That's the power switch. And you can actually use something like this. A lot of you know this already. You can use this, a flathead, tap those two together that make up the power switch, and you will be powered up. Now I don't put a lot of computers in cases anymore. I have them all out and about, but I have a little device that plugs in there for, basically it's the same thing as the power switch in the computer. So this guy here, folks, is not labeled. 2 more SATAs. This is obviously an access point for a screw. USB, so this is your Type-C Charlie. USB 3.0, this is going to come from your case as well as that guy. 24-pin connector, this is going to come from your power supply. It powers the motherboard. In case you guys want to read any of this other stuff. There is another fan header right there. God, I can get right up there, folks. More RGB. Here's your RAM, and just like I note in the unboxing video, it shows you which one of these you're supposed to use. If you only have 2 sets of RAM, or 2 sticks of RAM, A2, B2, okay? Most of you know that already, but there may be somebody new to this. And right here, CPU fan header, boom. CPU optional. There's no other fan headers, so that covers all the fan headers. Here is a 1x8 and a 1x4 CPU power, okay? Now, in case you wanted to read what this says, install processor first, then remove and keep the cover. So, you know, I don't know if there's much argument about this, but, you know, in the old days, LGA 1151, you'd put the CPU in, then you would drop the metal cover down on it, and it would pop off the plastic piece. It is very difficult to do that this way. So when they say install processor first, then remove, keep the cover, you know, basically you are going to pop this thing off. All right, let us continue over here. So we've looked at most of this stuff. CMOS battery. Here is a PCIe 1.0. This is Gen 3, this other PCIe 1x16. And then up here we have the PCIe 5.0. Underneath this really nice heatsink, we have an M.2, should be Gen 4. Down over this way, we have another one. This is I'm not actually sure if this is Gen 3 or 4, but this motherboard does include this awesome little gizmo to lock down your M.2. And I don't know if that unscrews if you needed to put it in one of the other spots. That is set for 2280, which is pretty much the standard. Alright, so that covers all that stuff. Let's get up here so you can see this. DisplayPort, HDMI, different types of USB 2.0s, 3.2s, 3.0, Type-C, 3.2s, LAN, Wi-Fi 6, and then boom, you can see what these are. So top left, subwoofer, top right, line in. The black one is rear, line out, mic on the bottom right, and then your fiber optic. So there you go, folks. I hope you got something from this video about the Tough Gaming motherboard B660m plus Wi-Fi D4. We will do BIOS update video eventually. We will do a BIOS overview. And what else do I usually do, folks? We're going to do some benchmarks on this thing, just so you can see how this one is. I believe we have enough videos. I can give you some numbers from Cinebench, R20, R23, and different motherboards with the i7. And this should be, where is it? Because of this, potentially give me as good a numbers as the Z690 did. Thanks for checking out the video. Please like, please subscribe. Thank you.